and I'm going to start off with Night of the Living Dead, the 1990 version. And this is a remake of George A. Romero's 1968 film, but this was Tom Savini's directorial debut. And the one thing that about this film that kind of it doesn't really feel as much like a remake because it doesn't really deviate from the source material in any way. When we follow Barbara and Johnny on their way to visit their mother in the graveyard, and then it just zombie chaos ensues. And, the dialogue is almost exactly the same. They hit the coming to get you, Barbara, and all that stuff. And both of them, the tonality is the same. But, and I'm probably going to catch some flack for this, but I don't care. I'm partial to the 1990 version because that was the one I saw first. I have seen both of them, and I know without the 68 version, the 1990 version would not exist in the same form or fashion. But I feel like with Tom Savini's vision and his take and approach on the film, for starters, one thing that stood out to me was the look of the zombies. They looked a lot more scary. They did more as far as from the gore aspect, when with the eating, the pulling of the skin, and just the whole grossness of it. And the pacing seemed to move a little faster for me with the 1990 version, even though it's so parallel. I do like that it was also in color, not to stray or say anything negative about black and white film, but for me, just the color film with a more modern tone, it hit a little heavier. And plus, you have the great Tony Todd in this as Ben, and I think that he just did an amazing job. He has this look. His eyes are so intense, and you can feel the strength in his character, but also the fear at the same time, as he is the leader in the house trying to lead the group into a safe zone in a situation where they're pretty much set for failure, as the house is surrounded by these zombies and there's really nowhere to go. But he has a never say die attitude, and he kind of helps bring the best out of Barbara, and she starts to follow that same makeup. But yeah, man, I think that this was a very, very good remake. It gets bashed because it is so much alike the original, but I think that, as odd as it sounds, that is what made this so successful. You don't need to reimagine or reinvent. The first one was impactful for what it was, and this one is equally as impactful because it followed the same blueprint.